A ruthless, elegant relic hunter who will stop at nothing to get the job done.
You wanna fight? Just try and beat this style.
That was so tasty. I need another book.
Welcome to my research facility. Please, let me show you around.
I feel like a member of the long-forgotten Bluemane tribe.
The judges and I have made some decisions. Let the judging commence.
When asked for a makeover, I gave a makeover. I put on glamours that I never would before. The conflicting colors of icy blue and fiery orange work to emphasize the bold attitude of this shot.
I thought this was one of the best entries. It's an amazing concept, an original. I think it looks like it could be a cyberpunk spin-off into its own game. I think it's an amazing use of costume and setting.
This is what the makeover is about. I could hardly recognize who you were. That hair is such a stark contrast to your usual tame style. Your badass pose covers up your outfit a bit, but what we can see looks great and has a consistent color scheme. I felt I did have to dock some points because of your hair color though. While I can see it's not quite white, it's scarily close to the unattentive eye, and that's against the brief.
I really liked Esmeralda's outfit as well as the hairstyle she chose. I definitely get the feeling that she is some kind of elegant hunter. However, I feel as though the background should have been something different, perhaps maybe showing actual relics to really give off the elegant hunter vibe.
What a stylish shot. The glamour, the weapon, a great use of the stripe makeup. Well done.
I wanted an excuse to use the boxing emote, and this is my chance. I went with a mischievous and confident makeover to go along with it.
Gangly, this shot is cute and tomboyish. Gives me a bit of Jessie from Toy Story feel. Unfortunately, this round is an opportunity for you to throw in a hair color completely opposite from the one you normally use. And this silver green is just a little bit too close to your usual gray blue.
The one way to sell the metal bikini is to maintain eye contact and establish dominance. You succeeded. I like that you went with minimalist background but spiced it up a bit with the sparkles. Harkens back to the previous YouTube cycle where the rules on background in this round were different. I feel your choice of fairly timid hairstyle though is a little bit at odds with your otherwise confident or even aggressive style.
I love the minimalistic feel to this image, and that black makeup across your eyes works so well with this glamour. Very much a thug gladiator look.
The framing in this picture is hilarious. I love it. As well as the background, it almost looks as if she's lost in the void.
For the makeover, I've been wanting to actually use that hairstyle on my character for a while. And I actually really liked it. It's pretty cool. And I wanted to have some other kind of theme, so I went with like a bookworm theme.
Lilith, I love the background here with the books in the foreground and circling out and around into the background, so if you haven't already put them all back on the shelves, please reuse this background with a new concept. Since this is the makeover round, I don't think it was the best choice to be so far away. We want to see the change. And you covered the makeup stripe with your bandage, which was risky, and I give you points for that, but you know I love the makeup stripe. Blasphemy! Also, you've presented us with this dark character all cycle. I think this was the perfect chance for you to put on a dainty dress with bubblegum pink hair and just completely shock us with the makeover. Missed opportunity for sure.
In terms of style and colors, I don't feel this is enough of a departure from your usual appearance in this cycle to be much of a makeover. Your composition also makes it a hard sell. You're very zoomed out, making details on your character hard to see. You also created a lot of dead space by going with black bars and this level of zoom when the biggest point of interest filling most of the picture should be you. You're in black against a pretty dark background on top of that. Inanimate pose and that angle, definitely not your strongest shot.
So the requirement for this round was to use the stripe face paint. So right away the decision to cover up half your face with that bandana was probably a mistake. Your face paint is barely visible, and while I can see that you attempted to color match with your weapon, the rest of the scene doesn't match at all. It's dark and repetitive and doesn't offer anything of much interest. And again, your character is staring off in the distance, which in this shot doesn't make much sense. I'm not sure what you're doing with that book in your hand because you're definitely not reading it.
I think this screenshot left a little bit to be desired. The stripe makeup is a little bit hard to see, and there really isn't a lot in it other than books.
I really like the sci-fi tech vibe going on in the background to kind of go along with that neon hair. And the hair is kind of a throwback to my Lalafell that had turquoise and white hair too. So I thought that was a nice little touch.
The uncharacteristically serious expression on Maxwell's face makes this all the more eerie. I like the choice of hair color. It seems really unnatural. It's unsettling, to be sure.
Choosing the research facility as his background was a really good idea to help further push the idea that his makeover is meant to be a scientist. He really chose the right hairstyle for it, and covering up the eye was a good idea. Makes me wonder, does he have some kind of mechanical eye that he's hiding? Who knows?
Coloring in this shot is so vibrant and beautiful, and I really love how the black stripe across your blue eyes is mimicked in the Alexandrian chest piece you chose to wear.
Another Allegan themed shot from Maxwell. I'm beginning to wonder if you're really an Allegan in disguise. The contraption behind you is an interesting backdrop, and the color you chose for your face paint works well with your glamour. I think you could have done without the cinema frame, because your legs being cut off distracts unnecessarily from your composition, in my opinion.
For my makeover shot, I chose a completely unique hairstyle for my Lalafell. I have never been using this before, and I have never been coloring my hair blue. I love how good it went with the glamour I chose. It reminds me a little bit of Native Americans.
This is an adorable submission, and I love it, but in terms of pose and setting, it doesn't strike me as being all that unique.
This makeover to me was pretty cute. I like that she used the dreads, and I really like that she changed the hair color to actually match the stripe. Not only does it match the stripe, but it also matches the outfit, so that was pretty well done. The only thing I find wrong with this image is the background. I know in that particular area there's some tents nearby, so I feel as though she should have taken a shot over by there to show that she's actually a member of some tribe.
I love the colors in this look, but I really wish this glamour would have been more than just a pre-built set. I also wish this shot had more of an interactive feel to it rather than just a perfectly centered pose.
Your glamour is really cute, and it works well with your face paint as well as your chosen location. The background is probably the weakest part of this image. It's just a massive land with not much of a particular interest or anything going on. The depth of field makes everything blurry and doesn't really add any focus to your character. This is one shot where I feel the background could have been sacrificed to do a more close-up shot. So all that scenery just feels like a waste to me.
Time for the results. The model with the highest score this week is Esme.
One step closer to victory.
Congratulations. Maxwell, you are safe. Gangly, Lilith, Nini Feepsy, you are the bottom 3 this week, and only 2 of you can move on to the next round. Gangly, Nini Feepsy, if this is either of your 3rd time in the bottom 2, you will automatically be eliminated. Gangly, winning the head-to-head eliminated models competition proved that you finally woke up and had some great shots in your portfolio. But now that you're back, you cannot risk falling into that downward spiral that you were in before. The judges and I fear that this may be the first step in that direction. Lilith, after landing in the bottom 2, you bounced back and won a round. Last week, you continued that momentum and landed in the top 3. But the judges and I felt this week's makeover shot was less of a makeover and more like a haircut. Nini Feepsy, while your makeover was one of the most dramatic this week, the shot itself just didn't work. After being in the bottom 2 twice, something awoke inside you and you won 2 rounds. As a beginner in screenshot taking and G-pose, that shows raw talent. But the judges and I wonder if you just need a little bit more time to polish and hone what is already naturally there. So, the model that is going home this week is Nini Feepsy.
There's nothing like a near defeat to get you going.
Gangly, Lilith, you are still in the running to becoming Eorzea's next top model. Nini Feepsy, thank you so much for competing, As the underdog of this cycle, you made it all the way to the top 5. While in the beginning you struggled with standing out against the crowd, you ended up winning 2 rounds. I mean it when I say you have talent. Work on those skills, and I think you can come back and win another cycle easily. Please consider coming back for an All-Stars cycle. And hey, it isn't over yet. Good luck in the fan bringback vote. And until we meet again, take care.
What? Eliminated? Oh, but I don't understand. How could this happen? Oh, all the work for nothing. I guess I have to accept it.